this, I welcome you to another super exciting edition. Of course, your favorite infotainment platform, and this is the portfolio with my humble self, MC Portfolio. You just subscribe to the subscribe button on YouTube, BKC Networks, and become part of the bigger family. Today, we're about to have a very, very revealing conversation about different form of creative arts that we hardly pay attention to. And I have a super special guest here, the right resource person to do the discussion with me. So why don't we take a breather, stick and stay. When you're back, I'll unveil my guest. This, of course, is the portfolio.
The portfolio.
This is Tito checking in with MC Portfolio. This is my portfolio. Represent MLG, Monalisa Global, to the world.
The portfolio.
All right. So interestingly, anytime we have conversation about creative art, and the whole conversation boils around the music, sometimes the movies, and a little bit of maybe tourism. But there is one core aspect of creative art that I think we have relegated to the background that really projects the image of arts, entertainment, and even countries. And economies as well that we pay little or no attention to. And so I'm super excited to have a household name in art and design, a global brand, of course, and I'm super excited to have him do this with me. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the dapper man, the swag man, Yo, man. In fact, you're not a decimal, but your swag is on point, man.
God bless you. God bless you. Much appreciated, man.
It's good to have you in the studios.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be here, man. It's a pleasure. My pleasure.
Wow,
my pleasure, man.
So, I mean, and it's mutual as well. So, it's great that you are here because we've always centered creative discussions around the music, the movies, and other forms, and forgetting that in other economies, what you represent is the real cocaine. But come on, to start off, why would you choose arts and design over any other, in quote, white collar profession that you could have? Options that you could have been open to.
All right. To be honest, it's not my only thing. I do other things as well. But I chose art because I've got a very creative mind.
Right.
And art stimulates me, keeps it stimulating.
Okay, so it's good you mentioned it. Did you choose art or art chose you?
To be honest with you, art chose me, you know.
Let me know about that.
Yeah, so I was just browsing on Instagram one day. I started coming across a few different things and it just started catching my attention more and more and more. And I said it'd be interesting to get into this myself. Create a brand, build a team, and create great art for the world.
Are people born artists or artists are made? Can you be born an artist or can you just imbibe the culture of arts?
I think a bit of both. I think people can be born artists and I think people can embody it as well and be inspired by things and become a great artist.
How different is someone who's born with the arts from someone who's been able to learn through the process to become an artist?
I think as long as the passion's there, you won't be able to tell the difference.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like a naturally born footballer and a footballer that's learnt along the way. As long as the passion's there, you won't see it. You won't see much of a difference.
So for your brand is Monalisa
Global.
And of course, I think it's a household name for those who are into art or might have patronized him or might have your favorite celebrities who might have patronized him. You know, Monalisa Global is a household name. Yeah. And congratulations. I checked your catalog and CV and you have incredible CV out there.
I appreciate it.
Yo, how long has this been in existence?
8 years. 8 years of it.
Okay.
8 years, yeah.
Okay. So let me know. I have seen you work with global icons. I've seen you work with Wiz Khalifa. I've seen you work with Meek Mill. Yeah. I've seen you work with incredible creatives across the world. Which one of them was the breakthrough point for the Monalisa Global brand?
I think one of the early ones that was quite a breakthrough was Paul Pogba.
Okay, you worked with Pogba as well.
Yeah, that was like 6 years ago.
So tell me about the story, how you guys met up, and then that was the magic for your brand.
So I had a relation.
Right.
I had good relationship with his barber. He was based in Paris at the time, Calios.
But as a reminder, Tito is of Ghanaian descent. Yeah. So just in case you should know, of Ghanaian descent. Now based in
Based in London, but
In
I'm
the
back and
diaspora.
forth. I'm back and
That's
forth
fine.
a lot. Yeah.
All right, then.
Yeah.
So let's revisit the Pogba story.
Yeah, so basically had good relations with his barber called Kalios.
All right.
Based in Paris. And we was communicating and I was doing different art for some of his clients and everything. And he said, "Oh, would you like to do Pogba?" I was like, "Oh, why not?" You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
he said, "All right, we selected a nice photo for Pogba and I created the art for him.
Okay.
I sent it over. And he loved it. He sent pictures and he posted it. Yeah, so
that was the link up.
That was it. That was the biggest. That was big, and then everyone just started rushing from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and that one that I done for him in 2017. Oh, sorry, 2016.
What was that, a frame?
Sorry, it was a frame.
Was it a frame?
Yeah, it was a frame. So sorry, 2016.
Right.
So 2016, and then even till he done a documentary last year, I think it was. If you look in the background of the documentary, the art is there. You can see it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell me what other form of artworks you are into, or art design you are into.
Okay.
I have seen. I don't know. You know the technical terms better, but I have seen the digital.
Yeah.
Kind of. What do you call it? What's the technical?
You've got the digital art. You've got digital art.
Yes, that's the digital art.
Yeah. We've got acrylic. We've got acrylic. We've got watercolor.
Right. We got
watercolors.
Watercolors. All right.
Yeah.
So okay. So right. So you have a couple of your souvenirs around. Let me know which is which. So when we say digital art, what are you talking about?
So this is a t-shirt. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, we create a t-shirt. We create a digital image.
Whoa.
And then we'll transfer it onto a t-shirt.
Is DOPE.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Not the narcotic one, please.
Yeah, so
wow.
So that's one of them.
And I personally love the one you did for Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, Nipsey.
The posthumous one you did for Nipsey.
Yeah, thank you.
That was super dope, man.
So the funny thing is,
right.
I went to LA. I went to Crenshaw where the shop was and everything. And I had a meeting with his brother before he passed. So we was actually in talks of doing collaborations and stuff to put in the Marathon store. And that was before Nipsey passed, So, things happened,
I mean, at a point in time, Ghana and Africa gradually felt broken in a way or left out when, inarguably our most popular designer died. I'm talking about Virgil Abloh.
Yes.
And what he's done for the industry and all that, and how he's been able to use that to project Africa and Ghana. So because Ghana was a beneficiary of his product and all that.
Definitely.
How does this Virgil story inspire you? Have you ever encountered him? Have you ever DM him? Because I see Virgil in you a lot.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I don't know if he has ever inspired you in a way.
To be honest with you, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. He done great things.
Right.
We've done great things for the world.
Right.
But I get a lot of inspiration from myself.
Fact.
Yeah, I get a lot of inspiration from myself. And like my grandma. My grandma as well. And like
how special is your grandma to what you're doing?
She's extremely special. She was into textiles. She had a factory in Siobwa. Yeah, so she used to supply Prempeh College of Pokowari, all the school uniforms there.
Wait. You got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding you.
No, let me wrap my head around this. Let me guess. Are you talking about the almighty Arabna?
1000%.
Arabna, no. You speak a little Chiato. No, you got to be kidding me.
No, that's my mom's mom. So that's one of the main reasons why I come to
that is your biological granny.
That's my grandma. That's my mom's mom.
Arabna.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, there's a local that goes like Okoton Wanuma. It's no news that you are pursuing this. I think you couldn't have pursued any other thing better than this. So did you have the opportunity to be in any other discipline that you felt, I wanted to do this? What background do you have?
So I've always been into business since a child,
Right.
So I started when I was young. I was buying and selling perfumes, aftershaves.
Right.
I used to go to sell like people's house sales and boot sales. And I used to take them to school and sell them from primary school.
Did you have your education here in Ghana?
No, so I was educated in London, but during my holidays, I'll come to Ghana and I'll go to Vikendi.
All right.
So I used to go to
Vikendi.
Vikendi.
Okay, but it's still that.
Yeah. So
Vikendi would still gives you the diaspora experience as the student.
100%.
Not we were learning a lion has a tail, it has a big but Vikendi will teach you Humpty Dumpty. So I mean the experience was up. But I mean, come to think of it, do you think how you've thrived, how your brand has projected? Ghana would have given you a fertile ground to unearth this if you have really started off here and pursued it here.
Yeah.
As compared to the diaspora.
I think both.
Do we understand your world enough as Ghana?
Okay. In that sense, no. I'll say no because I'm introducing the merchandise and all this stuff to artists to let them know the value of branding, the value of having products for those that care about you, for those that buy your music, for those that come to your shows. So, you know, this is what I'm introducing to a lot of these artists. And when they get the reaction, that's expanding their mind to realize, hold on, this is actually a great idea. You know, it's something we've been exposed to for a long time in that sense. Okay,
so now let's see, working with our local creatives and celebrities and also working with, let me see the mindset, the approach towards using merchandise to brand themselves or the touch of merchandise on their brand, the understanding of it, their approach and the appreciation of it. Our celebrities are compared to celebrities you've worked with outside Ghana. Let me see their mentality and mindset towards art, merchandise and branding.
You can tell it's very foreign to them. You know, it's very new concept. So they don't get it straight away. So I've had artists that I've worked with and I've given them a whole load of free stuff. Maybe I might spend like £1,000 on merchandise just to give to them, just to promote themselves. And they don't get it. So they'll play hard to get, play hard games with me. Like they want more money from me and all that. I'm thinking you don't realize what I'm doing for you.
When you approach our artists with these creative ideas in connection with their branding and they play hide and seek with you?
Some do, some don't. I mean, I don't chase anyone anyway. So when I see someone's playing that game with me, I just ignore them because it doesn't mean anything to me in the sense of a lot of these artists, all of them really, what they're doing, I done 15 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like by God's grace, I was making money in my early 20s. So
are celebrities ready to pay for your services, your artworks? Are they ready to pay? What is the engagement like? How different is it from the other celebrities you've worked with?
I think
their form of appreciation for your art.
So outside of the country, they get it. They get it. They've been getting it because it's one of the things that they do. It's part of their main revenue. Is tours, shows, merchandise. Whereas here, it's not part of their revenue. So I'm introducing it. So it's a new concept to them. You know, but the minute they really start to get it, they start chasing me.
Okay.
Yeah. So it goes from me presenting it and then being difficult to them to hitting home and them start chasing me. Like, no, I need that. And there's a lot of artists that have done that. I'll never mention names.
But we need to know. The reason why we need to know some of the, great celebs that you've collaborated with in Ghana is to show people how you have also contributed to their image branding. Now, tell me some of the celebs you've worked. I've seen you work with Becca. I've seen you work with Strongman. And of course, that happens to me. The first day I saw Strongman put out a picture in that outfit. Like you could see the comment section. Is it. I didn't know it was your handiwork and all that. And I think it really puts Strongman out there image-wise and all that.
Fameye,
Kweku
Flick.
Right. You've worked with the king of melodies of Ghana. That's like Ghana's poster musician for sports here. He's a sports. I'm unofficial ambassador for sports in Ghana now.
It's brilliant.
Amazing artist.
I was even with him last night. You know, he done
okay, so that's a merchandise for. So that's a souvenir for. It has a superstar on.
I believe so.
Pow! Oh, this is amazing. Kudos Day. Oh, amazing. Wow. Wow. This is incredible.
So, he just, he signed this thanking me for...
So, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, we are engaging a creative mind in art and design, and he goes by the name Tito, who happens to be the brainchild of, Global... Monalisa Global, right?
Global,
yes, and they are into all form of creative ideas, including merchandise, souvenirs, and anything you can think of. And we are going to discuss the importance of his work in branding an artist, putting him out there. Why do you think creatives need you so bad in this dispensation of arts and creative arts?
Well, to answer your question, the followers, the supporters, the fans,
right,
always want a piece of the artist. Even if they can't make it to the show, they want something that they can hold from the artist.
Right.
Maybe they can't afford to get to the show. Maybe they can't afford to buy a ticket to the show. Maybe they live very, very far. There's no good transportation to get them there. Maybe they're too young. But they'll be always happy with a piece from the artist. Something small. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be a shirt that they can't afford. Maybe they can't even afford a shirt. So I'm always thinking of stuff to give them. Like I gave Kweku many of these.
Right.
And I said, just give them to the kids. Yes. Because I'm watching his videos and the kids will be running by the side of the car, shouting his name.
So you that is a way, your work is a way of creating that bond with your fans.
1,000%.
Yes.
1,000%.
You give them memories of you even when you are not around.
1,000%. So I always look at stuff like this, you know. Car air fresheners, for example. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I think someone like Shatawale would need this.
Yeah, all these guys need this.
Yes.
All of these guys.
Okay, so this is for Kweku Flick.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Let me see that.
Yeah.
And so yes, family, that is what we are talking about. As an artist, you can't always, your fans don't always have the opportunity to see you. And so when you chance on them in the traffic, you give them something. I can remember we used to go out there way back in our childhood days to print out pictures of our favorite artists in our rooms. We wanted to have things around them in our room and all that.
Exactly.
And that is super. I mean, this is a key holder, right?
No, this one's an air freshener, car air freshener.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the key holder. This one's the key holder.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so it feels great to distribute this in the traffic when you see a fan, and they will cherish you forever. You might not know.
100%. And it also shows appreciation to your supporters.
It's worth that more than money.
100%, because the supporters are the ones that make the artists.
Wow.
Not the artist makes the supporters.
Yeah.
No. Without the supporters, the artist would be nobody.
Right.
They'll get no views, they get no show money, no buzz to go off and do commercials and whatever streams of money they're making to have the life that they have.
And someone could be a diehard for you just because you gifted them
1,000%, and they will never forget for the rest of their life.
That is brilliant. So I think artists need to pay attention to some of these little things that this creative mind bring on board in connection with their brand and connection with their fans. Definitely. And so that is super brilliant.
Definitely.
And I think I love it.
Appreciate
I love it. So I mean, let's get straight into. I think I'll keep this because I'm a fan of Kweku Flick.
I'm going to give you no problem.
Kuduze. Right. So let's get into art and misconception around it. Okay. So now away from these souvenirs, let's talk about the digging art. Now you see people who are into paintings and all this kind of art, and let's get into the health aspect, importance or essence of art. How does art heal? I am being told that there are points in time that you go to the psychiatric hospital and these patients are made to just watch art and it's a therapy. I don't know how you can attest to that, but how does art heal mentally or medically?
To be 100% honest with you,
right?
I've been in mental hospital before. I've been twice. The first time I was there for like 3-4 months. The second time I was there for like 3-4 months as well. So when I talk about stimulation and therapy, this has actually helped me a lot.
Right.
This has actually contributed to me not going back to that environment again.
You did you go there as a visitor or as a victim? You were camped
as a patient. Yeah, I had police take me there and stuff.
Police?
Yeah, I had police. I had some drama with the police. They took me there.
On grounds of?
They said, well, he's acting, he's about...
Yeah, they know that.
Yeah.
Right, so now, okay, so you are the best version of your own self to tell me best how art really heals mentally. How does it become a therapy?
It was definitely one of the things because you've got a lot of energy. Those with those kind of conditions or something that have experienced things, you've got a lot of energy, but it needs to be channeled and guided in the right area. So instead of, for example, focusing on negative things, focus on positive things. Focus on things that stimulate your mind. You can create more creative. So you put that energy. They say we've got a certain gene, like it's a very creative gene. People that have those type of things.
Listen.
Yeah. So if you can channel it into the right area, you can produce amazing things. Right. Even look at Kanye West. This is someone that's documented as having some type of
mental.
And look at the things that he's been able to achieve through his creativity. So we've definitely got special creative brains. It's just about channeling it in the right area, you know.
Now, let's get into business. There's a lot of allegations leveled against art and what it stands for. Okay, let's talk about how does art represent social status, wealth. At the point in time, you see wealthy men who are buying expensive art and you are like, what is the logic? You are somewhere you don't really understand why someone will buy art as expensive as $1 million. And you're like, what the F is wrong with this person? How does art represent social status?
I think it's all subjective. I think sometimes you do get a lot of followers as well. And I think sometimes the Western world sets the standard for what is valuable. And I think that's wrong.
What goes into that? What do you think goes into that? And why is it wrong for you?
I think they always try and create something that we have to follow or trying to achieve. Because if they keep creating these things, it diverts our attention from what we need to be focusing on.
Okay.
And it kind of makes them appear more superior all the time.
Okay.
So for example, it might be art, it might be clothing. They might say, okay, this is what you should be wearing. These are the brands you should be following. When we shouldn't be. You know, some of these artists in the corner you might see on the street carving, they might be much more talented than some of these artists getting $1 million.
So do you think all these brands that the Western world force and us that we accept as the best designs in the world, I don't want to mention brands, but okay, fine. But the Dior's, you are supposed to wear the Gucci's, are these political strategy to create and make believe that they are the best brands?
Yeah, make believe they're the best brands. I think it's another form of enslaving people.
Okay.
And these brands don't actually represent a lot of the people that wear them.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I think you should just be yourself. Okay. And you shouldn't just follow something because it appears to be good. Okay. Because even like Balenciaga and all these type of things, there's scandals coming out. There's racism. There's allegations of messing with kids and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So you shouldn't just follow the names. We should look behind the ethical background. Do you know what I mean? What they actually stand for. Do they even contribute to your country? Okay. Do they even employ people from your country? Right. Do they do anything for your country? Right. I think we're following the wrong things.
So is it like you feel we are being colonized indirectly through 5%.
Fashion? That's one of the ways we are getting enslaved and colonized again.
So we are not as independent as we think. So far as we have people of Ghanaian descent producing something as original as some of these things and all that. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, we're definitely being colonized again. Yeah.
It is believed that people use art as money laundering ventures. People strategically buy some expensive art so they can wash away monies illegally and all that. And you are in the industry. How true is that?
No, I don't know nothing about that.
Because I'm told that because people feel it doesn't make sense for someone to buy art for certain amounts is because they want luxury is a mindset according to people. So they create and make believe that, okay, buying it, this for this amount is worth it so they can wash their money and all that. I don't know if you've ever heard any.
Well, I don't know much about it personally, but I've heard about stuff like that. But if we look at who controls that industry, it's not black people, it's not us. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
You have an art, I think you have something super unique that please, can we have this very one? Yeah. The reason why I am very conscious, my director will bring this. Okay, so this one. Yeah. I have seen artists buy such art forms with colossal sum of money ranging into $10,000s, $100,000s of dollars. Yeah. And you wonder why people will buy them. But yes, this look good though. But so that is from Mona Lisa. Wow.
No, this is my own personal frame that I made for myself.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa. And then we've got okay.
Wow.
So I've got to take you through this one when you're ready.
Wow. So if I'm supposed to get this for myself, what is the ideal place to place this?
Where?
Where?
Okay, so a place of importance. A place. It might be your home. It might be your bedroom. It might be your front room. It might be your office. Okay. Just a place of importance.
Okay.
So, but what you're looking at is my cardigan that I wore on Ghana Independence 2008 in London when I went out. Okay. And then you're looking at my Ghana pendant.
You wore this?
I actually wore that sweater. Yeah.
So I mean, apart from the aesthetics and the beautification of it, it's used to preserve memories as well.
Yeah. So the memory that I wanted to preserve is also the Ghana pendant.
Right.
I got that made in gold and diamonds. So it's like 20 carats of diamonds.
Wow.
It's white gold, you know, and I got that made like 16 years ago.
Wow.
So you've got a picture of me wearing that cardigan, independent. In the middle, you've got a picture of me wearing it to the left and to the right. 2007 are the ones to the right and left, and the center one's 2008.
So there's a whole historical essence to this whole, apart from the beautification.
Yeah.
There's a whole, that is dope.
Yeah.
And you do all this stuff and all
Yeah,
that.
we do all this kind of stuff, yeah.
Do we have some icons having these from your
Only one or two. I also recently done Davido.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so we done this one.
Obio, okay. Amazing.
Yeah.
Charlie, this is something I'd love to keep in my home.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, Obio.
Yeah.
Oh, Bades.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is dope.
Yeah.
This is dope. And it has your...
That's Davido's signature.
Okay.
Yeah, so he signed it. We've got the pictures.
Oh, Davido signed this?
Yeah, he signed it for me, yeah. Signed it personally for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that one's the next one to be getting framed.
Wow. Man, you are far gone.
By God's grace. By God's grace.
Amazing.
By God's grace.
Amazing. Yeah. And so, family, we are here with, yes, and of course, I envy Kweku Flick right now because he has the most enviable artwork in Ghana right now.
Yeah.
And that is for the king of melodies, Kweku Flick.
Yeah.
And wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How do you think you can collaborate with the Ghana tourism board or creative ministry to make sure that we are using what you represent to project Ghana? Then we have this agenda of coming back home to Ghana. What is the agenda? Year of return and all that. How do you think you can collaborate with the ministry, given the opportunity to, convince them why they should come on board and project? How can you collaborate with them?
So I believe there's many things that we could do together.
Right.
I do go to that part of the world at times, and then I've got a good understanding, a good bit of knowledge of what's going on over there, and I think we could make great things happen.
Because this would be nice when we have a presidential visit from any other country and they are being presented with something cultural, made in this way and all that.
Definitely, and these got done in London.
Wow.
I got these done in London. So I get the shirt signed and I get taken to London and I get these shipped. I get them shipped back down to Ghana. So I've got some in London, I've got some in Ghana that are in my place here and my place in the UK. Yeah, so that's why probably there's some tape around it.
How affordable, bringing myself to the tail end of the conversation, how affordable is the Monalisa Global?
Well,
who are you for a certain class of people? Who are you for? Who are your niche?
To be honest with you, I want it to be affordable to everybody. Of everybody.
Oh, okay. Do you capture the average bracket of patrons to your products and all that?
All right. So to answer your question, this is why I've created this stuff.
Right. The everyday person.
This is why I've created this stuff that we can actually give away. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why I've created some of the stuff,
Wow.
Because for those
so that's your
okay. So this is logo, and we're doing collaboration with our guys in Accra. That bike that they're on the motorbike.
The bike life.
Bike life.
Okay, so those bikers.
Yeah, so I've got a whole lot of stuff for meeting up over the weekend. We're gonna do some work over there as well. So I've made this just for them. So anytime you see any, this is for them. Yeah. So to answer back to your question. We've got people...
For the average person who still wants quality.
For the person...
At affordability.
For the person that can't afford anything. Like, for example, we was just in traffic just now.
Right.
And we saw a young boy selling... What was he selling, that boy? Chewing gum. So we had a young boy selling chewing gum. I said to him, take a whole load of air fresheners and go and sell them. My number's at the back. When you've finished, I don't want no money. Come back and I'll give you more.
When we were driving here...
Yes.
You gave out a bunch of air freshness to the person?
The traffic lights by Prempeh College.
Oh.
Yeah, the traffic lights by Prempeh College. Wow. But this is something I've been doing. So I can send you pictures of me sending boxes upon boxes upon boxes and just distributing the street for free.
Wow.
And then they determine the price.
Okay.
So even if they charge 1 cedi, 2 cedi, 5 cedi, whatever, they get to pocket the money, and then somebody that's only got one CD can afford something from the brand.
Wow.
So that's the whole point. I want it to be affordable to everybody, one way or another. Maybe they might not be able to afford a t-shirt or a quality jumper. Maybe they might see me one, give them one for free. But then the person with money can also afford something. And the more probably someone with money's got, the more I can afford to give others for free.
So what is the plan for the Monalisa Global brand? That your product becomes so accessible on the streets, in the shops, everywhere.
Yeah.
So it could become a household name.
That's it.
That's it.
It's
amazing.
To be honest, it's not about the money for me.
Right.
It's not about the money. As I said, I've given out.
And it's great to have all the support because that is coming from a Ghanaian, one of our own. And
definitely.
I mean, yes, your granny has proven for years to be one of the most formidable forces to reckon with when it comes to. I mean, so it's a family lineage trait and all that, and we are hoping all the best for you. So, what's the plan so far? The penetration plan? How have you been able to penetrate the market? What's the reception so far?
The reception is really good,
right?
You know, when the artists and stuff receive what I'm giving them and stuff, you know, the reactions are great,
right?
You know, and so I displayed some of it in my documentary.
Right.
So I've done a documentary. I've done part 1, part 2, 2016 and 2019.
Okay.
So that's 9 lives.
9 lives.
Yes.
And what does it represent?
So basically, it goes from my birth to present day and the struggles that I had to face to get to this point. You know, a lot of the history of me, my family, my grandma and stuff as well. And I also
so there's a portion for a Rabna.
Yeah, definitely part 1.
I would love to. Is she alive?
She's still here, but she's got dementia, but she's still here.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow,
grandma.
Oh,
yeah, she's there.
She's someone I would be privileged to meet.
Wow, one day, God willing.
Yes.
So I made that one that was too far. So the only difference between part 1 and part 2.
The Tito of Pastor, part 1 and 2, 9 lives.
So so the only difference between part 1 and part 2 is part 1 on the cover. I'm wearing the Ghana pendant, which you saw framed.
Yeah. So you have the Jinyame.
Yeah, they got the Jinyame as well.
Okay.
I got the big one.
That is super dope.
I got small ones as well.
Wow.
Got loads.
And where is this from?
It's all customized. It's all customized jewelry. It's all made from scratch. It's my designs. So
these are your designs also?
Yeah, these are all my designs.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And this very one?
So this one I made after I done part 1 of 9 lives.
Okay.
So if you compare it, so this is gold diamonds. The hair is black. Is black.
Made
diamonds.
in Ghana, made by Ghanaian.
Made by Ghanaian. Not made in Ghana, but made by Ghanaian.
By Ghanaian, yes, I know. But by Ghanaian, of course, you're from a Ghanaian descent. And I feel that our people who are into this kind of jewelry should patronize this because I mean, how is this different from the ISIS we go by and all that? This represents Ghana.
100%. So it's a cartoon version of me wearing the Ghana pendant.
I think moving on, creatives and celebrities should be consulting Monalisa Global for their branding and all that because yes, we are taking it to another level. It's been super exciting having you.
Yeah, it's been great.
Is there any additional information, anything we need to know about Monalisa Global that you've not said yes? What is the plan and what is the way forward?
You know, just to keep pushing by God's grace,
right?
You know? And just let God guide me to where I need to be. That's the only thing I can say.
What is that one person on your wish list to work with and you feel fulfilled as a designer?
I think I would love to work with Kanye, to be honest, because I think we've got
He's the ultimate.
Yes, I think we've got similarities and so I'd definitely like to work with Kanye.
So how do we get to do business with you? How do we get in touch? I mean, how do our celebrities get in touch for creative ideas and business collaborations?
Okay, so I'll just go my Instagram.
Right.
Monalisa Global.
Monalisa Global.
Just drop me a DM, send me a message and I'll respond and we'll take it from there. Yeah.
All right then. So it's been nice having you on the show. In fact, I love this.
Yeah.
Davido. I'm David, so I'm an OBA, of course. And thank you once again for enlightening us. And I think this goes a long way to help our creative and also broaden their horizons and also let them appreciate branding from your perspective. This has been the portfolio with my humble MC portfolio. And I'm cocksure you've been enlightened about art and design. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye for now.